Good afternoon. This is the Devil's Advocate Live. Welcome to the show. I'm Kimmy Hatch alongside Riley Reberton.
Today, we will be reporting on the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr., whose birthday was this past Monday. In school news, we speak to students preparing for the upcoming Seal of Biliteracy test. From the sports desk, our reporter spoke to Eagles fans about their playoff run, which begins tomorrow.
Schools and government offices were closed to honor the birth and impact of Martin Luther King Jr. on January 16th, known as the Day of Service. It was a day to remember King's legacy of service to our country. For that story, let's go to Lizzie Liedke and Jaden Barker.
Civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. lived a life of courage, justice, and service. He continues to inspire others to honor his life, what he stood for, and his legacy of community service as the nation celebrates his memory on January 16th.
The impact Martin Luther King has on me is he taught me to voice my opinions as a black man in America.
I think Dr. King's impact, he has a large impact. Specifically, he led a period of social unrest, and he was treated beyond harshly by a lot of segregationists in the South, and he did not lash out for them. He stayed the course. He continued to push for equal rights. He ended up in prison for his beliefs.
Many honor his memory by following his example through community service.
The most rewarding part of community service is seeing the community come together and be able to do things together. I also like to see how much it benefits not only the community but the people in it.
And community service is really important because it just helps to give back to the community, and you can really see how much people care just over the little things that you do. So it doesn't really have to be a lot, and people will be appreciative.
Ultimately, King's work helped bring about much needed change in America.
Everyone is created equal, and I think Dr. King kind of followed that through. He was treated unequally, and yet he continued to push for equal rights. He did it in a nonviolent manner. I think he led the way for the civil rights movement, and hopefully ultimately a society where race, gender, ethnicity, creed, it doesn't matter.
King once said, "The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy." May his words and life continue to challenge us to be better. For the Devil's Advocate, this is Elizabeth Liedke and Jaden Barker signing off.
Thank you for that important reminder of King's life and work.
For our next story, we take a look at a holiday that was celebrated the first week back from winter break, Three Kings Day. Ms. O'Donnell and Ms. Mendoza invited our reporters to their classrooms to learn more about the celebration.
At the end of the 12 days of Christmas comes a day called the Epiphany, or Three Kings Day. This holiday is celebrated as the day the three wise men first saw baby Jesus and brought him gifts. For many students, this holiday is rich in traditions, including gifts, games, and family gatherings.
So what we eat in Three Kings Day is tamales and pozole is like a red soup with, like, you could add seasonings like onions and lemon. The night before Three Kings Day, we grab a pair of shoes and you leave your pair of shoes in front of your door or under your Christmas tree, and you go to sleep, and then the next day you're going to be expected and surprised with gifts and toys. We eat a rosca de reyes, which is a bread pastry cake, and there's a little baby Jesus inside. So when you're slicing the cake, each person will slice the cake, and the whole point is you don't want to get the baby Jesus, but if you do, you have to bring tamales for the next event.
Raise your hand if you have the baby Jesus, and if you can show it to us. Okay, you found it? Okay, there's one. Okay, anybody else has it? Hector has it. Can you show it to us? Yes. So that means you gotta bring snacks next Friday.
We usually do hot chocolate like atole, and then we also do pastry breads like conchas, which we eat on Three Kings Day.
What my favorite is just like seeing if you get the doll or not. It's really scary. One of my favorite foods is the tamales. We get together and just eat.
I'm from Honduras and I don't celebrate Three Kings. But I have learned that in Spain, kids write letters to the king, and they got gifts on January 6th. They eat king cake and they have pears, and the kids also leave shoes by the window so the kids drop off their gift.
It's like you get a shoebox and you put grass in it, and then you have like a bowl of water that it's like supposed to feed the camels. It's like a whole story from the Bible that I've been celebrating.
My favorite food that like we bring is like probably either tamale or tacos. We just get like get a get together basically, and like we'll just all like go over each other's houses and stuff, and like we're just have a good time, listen to music, and you know.
For the Devil's Advocate, this is Juliana Citrone.
Thanks again to students in Ms. O'Donnell and Ms. Mendoza's classes for letting us be a part of the fun.
The World Language Department is full of activity, and students in some of the classes are busy studying for the upcoming Seal of Biliteracy test. Reporters Abby Baines and Ava Livingston tell us what it's all about.
At the end of January, the students who take a Language 4 class will be taking the Seal of Biliteracy test. The New Jersey State Seal of Biliteracy is an award given by the New Jersey State Department of Education in recognition of students who have studied and attained proficiency in at least one language in addition to English. The test consists of 4 parts. Students have 40 minutes in the reading section to answer 30 reading comprehension multiple choice questions. For writing, students will have 25 minutes to respond to 3 prompts. The listening section consists of 30 multiple choice questions based on multiple audio clips. The last section of the test is speaking, where students must record themselves responding to 3 prompts. In order to pass, students must achieve a score of 5 or better, so Mrs. O'Donnell and Ms. Stuka's classes have been doing a lot to prepare.
So in class, we've been doing these like writing drills and like speaking drills, so we could practice that.
We've been doing a lot of writing, a lot of speaking, a lot of reading, a lot of Spanish. It's kind of hard.
We've been going back to like a lot of Italian 1 and Italian 2 vocab and like practice sheets to like help us, because it's been a while and then like COVID hit us and like it's like 2 years gone of language. And we've been doing a lot of practice writings and like flip grids.
We've been reviewing stuff from all the other language levels and kind of just making sure that we know the basics of everything.
Achieving the Seal of Biliteracy can have many benefits for students, including helping them to better their literacy and cognitive skills, as well as connect with more people and gain more opportunities for their careers in the future.
Doing this test is important because it can help you with different opportunities in life, and you can get a job.
Wishing the best of luck to all the students taking the Seal of Biliteracy test at the end of January. This is Abby Baines with the Devil's Advocate, signing off.
Good luck to all those taking the test, which will be given in the coming weeks.
Let's turn our attention now to some local sports. The Eagles take on the Giants in their first round playoff game tomorrow night. We spoke to fans about the team and its progress this year.
The NFL is ready to kick off their playoffs. The Eagles got the first round bye with the #1 seed and home field advantage. We're going around asking Hampton High School students how they think the postseason will go. Are you excited for the playoffs?
Nah.
Major concern you have about the Eagles playoff?
I'm concerned about Jalen Hurts running the football so much. Carson Wentz got hurt running, so we don't want to see that happen again.
No concerns at all, because Eagles are going all the way, beating the Niners, in the divisional round, and then we're seeing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Eagles dub.
I'll go to the Super Bowl.
All right, at least to the NFC Championship. But if everyone stays healthy, if Jalen stays healthy, we're winning the Super Bowl.
Who's your favorite player?
My favorite player is Nakobe Dean, because that's my step cousin and he a dog.
My favorite player is CD Deuce, CJ Gardner-Johnson, most underrated Eagle on the team, played 8 games, had hella stats.
Probably Miles Sanders, because it's his first 1,000-yard rushing season, so it's kind of impressive.
AJ Brown.
Why?
He's Batman.
Miles Sanders, because I feel like the work I put in is just like his, and I feel like I play like him, even though I'm not an Eagles fan, but that's my favorite Eagles player.
Stephon Diggs.
On the Eagles.
That one Cox guy.
Wow, some great predictions. Me personally, Birds in the Super Bowl by 40. This is Eric Brunch reporting from the Devil's Advocate. Sign off.
I guess we will see how things play out this weekend.
Go Birds! And that's our show for today. Be sure to check out our website at hhsadvocate.com or follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram for news stories and all you need to know about HHS. For myself and the rest of the journalism staff, have a great weekend!